Hi guys, my name is Emily, and today I'm going to be talking about How to Be a Woman by Cait Moran. I saw this book when it first came out in hardback, and I was interested, but I was going to wait for the paperback. It kind of slipped my mind until I saw Lena from Just Kiss My Frog do an interview with Cait Moran, and then shortly after that, it showed up in Santa from Books and Quill's July book haul. Links down below. Seeing the book twice, I was like, yes, okay, I should buy this, I should read this, I need to get on this bandwagon. So I ordered this and it came in the mail and I devoured it in a couple of days because it was amazing. It was hilarious. This book is kind of written in a series of reflections of key moments in Moran's life with a little bit of feminist analysis of her experiences. So she's reflecting on these moments from her childhood with the wisdom that she currently holds as an adult. And I actually laughed out loud in public and got strange looks from people. It was that funny. Like, it's so witty and dry and it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I love that this book got me to question little things about feminism and gender. Like, I studied gender studies in university. I actually majored in gender studies in university. What I studied in gender studies was a lot of like the heavy foundational texts. They're about bigger, broader, systemic things. We often forget about the little like internet feminism things like armpit hair and marriage and stuff like that. Whereas Moran actually kind of brought these things down and kind of reminded me of some of the smaller ways that feminism is needed. Little things that I hadn't thought about, but I was like, you are so right. I really appreciate how accessible a feminist text this is. Coming from a gender studies background, I know that a lot of feminist texts can be very dense, very intimidating, and they're not exactly the greatest starting place. You have to have an interest in feminism and in gender studies to kind of persevere through a lot of these texts. Whereas this is a light introduction. Like, it gets you thinking about these things so that you can go and read more with the interest in mind. It's a fantastic starting point. Like, it's absolutely hilarious. I would recommend this to probably everyone. Plus, I feel like after reading it, more people might be inclined to identify as feminist. Feminist is a dirty word, the F word. Lacey Green talks about feminism being a dirty word, I think, and I will link that below. I feel like feminism is a very scary word because people don't often know what it means. I think once you read a text like Moran's, feminism becomes a lot more tangible. Like, the whole label, the whole movement becomes much more personable. It just might make more sense than this kind of abstract thing that maybe you've heard about in the media or just kind of vaguely in a history class and it's not something that's relevant, but this shows how it's relevant. I gave this book 4 to 5 stars on Goodreads, mostly because I was so impressed with the writing and the humor, and then there was this one moment where Cait Moran actually used the word retarded. I have issues with that word. There are so many better words that we can use. For someone who has just shown off her skills and her vocabulary, the vastness of her vocabulary in this book, that word ended up in the book disappointed me a little bit. That was my one thing with this book, is that all the words, that was the word, retarded. Part of my disappointment with that is that part of the feminist movement is looking at intersecting and interlocking oppressions. Ability, race, class, gender, sexuality, etc. all kind of go into that. Using that terminology is participating in the overarching structure that works to oppress people who are not in the hegemonic position of power. So like white, male, straight, rich. Using that kind of language participates in the patriarchy and in the systematic oppression. So I was disappointed. I was disappointed that that word made it into this feminist text. You do have to think critically while reading anything, including this text. While I would highly recommend it, I also recommend that you put your thinking caps on and think critically about what you're reading. Cait Moran's How to Be a Woman. I liked it. You should read it. Thank you for watching. Bye.